Hi guys, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ruby, if you don't know who I am, and today I am going to be talking all about studying law at uni. For some background information for you guys, I am studying a Bachelor of Law and Commerce at Deakin. I am in my second year, so I'm going into my 4th trimester at uni. Basically, I went onto my Instagram story and I kind of just put a question box and I was like, hey guys, ask me questions about studying law. So I thought I would answer some of those and I would give you guys some info because so many people question me about this. So I thought maybe this will help someone out. I know that a lot of people this time of the year are transferring courses or they're transferring unis, and like year 12s, you're applying for courses and stuff like that. So hopefully I get to help somebody out. Do you guys want to say hi to my squishmallows? Honestly, like, I'm going to give you my top tips in regards to law. Straight out facts. If you don't want to be a lawyer, why do you want to do law? If you don't want to be a lawyer, do you have the work ethic and desire to work hard enough to do the work? Because if you don't have that, you're going to hate it. You're literally going to hate your life and you're going to drop out, quite frankly. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of time. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of effort. But in the end, you come out of it with a lot of knowledge and a lot of opportunities. You don't lose much from doing law, except for money and time, pretty much. Honestly, like, once you start and you realize how valuable it is and how you can apply it to different aspects of your life, then you realize the value in studying law. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of money, it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of hard work. You walk away with wealth and knowledge and fulfillment that you didn't have before, and it will drain your soul, and you'll cry and you'll hate it and you'll get mad and you'll want to drop out. So if you've got the grit to do it and you want to do it, then there's no reason why you shouldn't. Just do it. What have you got to lose? Give it a go. If you can give it a go, then do it. You honestly, if you try it and you hate it, at least you tried it. And you should never regret trying something in your life if you wanted it at some point. So yeah. Question number 1, what are the hours on campus like per class, etc., one class and one seminar, etc.? Okay, so basically it depends on the subject. So for example, one of the first law subjects I did was criminal law, and that one had an online lecture and a seminar which was in person. A 1-hour lecture, 2-hour seminar. But then, for example, my torts class I had just passed, and it was the same for contract law. I had 2-hour seminars on campus, and then I didn't have a lecture, but I had like the equivalent of like 3 hours of videos to watch, which really took me like a whole week to watch these videos. I personally would rather have a lecture. In saying that, my commercial law class, which I'm gonna start in like 2 weeks, that one has a 3-hour long lecture and a 1-hour long seminar. So it really depends on the subject. It always varies, but I'd say like 2-hour seminars are pretty standard. This is at Deakin though. Somebody asked me, what ATAR score did you get in order to get into the degree you wanted? So I think at the time my course required a 90 or a 91. This is like very rough estimates. I ended up with a 96.4. How to make friends with law students? They seem so focused to make friends. Honestly, like, I always thought that, and I always imagined it to be like that, and I was like, oh my god, like, I'm just like gonna go to uni with like a bunch of like tryhards that have no social life. And let me tell you what, like, some of my friends that are doing law have more exciting lives than I do, and I have a hectic life. Like, honestly, like, we're normal, like, we're going to uni and we want to make friends just as much as everyone else does. Sure, like, we've got less time, and like, honestly, like, when uni's around, I'm honestly not the best friend to have, to be honest. Like, I just don't have time to be a great friend. But like, we want to be pals. We want to go out for dinners and coffees and go out clubbing and study together and all those things. So I think you should just shoot your shot. Like, just sit on a table and be pals with someone. Like, they're pretty normal. They're not aliens. They're very normal people. This is a question that I get asked a lot, but someone said, why did you choose law at Deakin instead of Monash? This is a very like Melbourne centric question, by the way, guys. So if you're not from Melbourne and you're watching this, I am sorry. Basically, I always said that I would go to Monash. It was like the first uni I ever went to and the first open day, and I was like, this is where I belong. And then as I kind of got older, I kind of realized that I didn't want to be a lawyer. I don't want to be a lawyer. And I spent the whole of my high school years like working really hard and around really studious people, and I kind of didn't want that anymore. Like, I wanted to study law, kind of, and I wanted to do it my way. I still wanted to enjoy uni. Deakin has a really good reputation with like social lives and events and stuff like that, so that's why I chose Deakin. I chose Deakin because I didn't want to be a lawyer, and I didn't want to be in this super competitive environment that would hinder me, because I thrive around people that are smart, and I thrive around people that are just as hardworking as I am, but I thrive when there's balance. And honestly, like, I'm so glad that I chose Deakin. Honestly, like, there's nothing wrong with going to Monash. Like, I got a high enough ATAR that I could have gotten in through Monash Guarantee, because honestly, like, I wouldn't have wanted to. I just wanted to be in an environment where I could learn and I could still have fun and still live my life and not feel pressured by everyone around me that wanted to be lawyers. Is it capable to do law online, and how hard is it? Currently in year 12, I want to do law. You can definitely do law online. Personally, I actually did the best out of any of my classes when we were online. That was for contracts, but I prefer being able to go on campus and see my friends and study somewhere that's not my house, pretty much. But you can definitely do it online, like, especially with Deakin, like, everything is pretty much online except for going into class or going into a lecture. But there's like the cloud options as well. One of my friends, he does law at Deakin fully online, and he gets such good marks, so there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do it online. It just kind of depends on who you are as a person. Yeah, you'd still have the same length of classes and the same like online content that everyone on campus would have. You're not really disadvantaged in that sense. You get the same exam, same everything. What does the content load like? Is it similar to Legal Studies 3-4 or completely different? Okay, so basically for full-time uni, it's like full-time work. So it's expected that you do 38 to 40 hours a week of uni, 10 hours per week per subject, pretty much. Now, for my law subjects, I spend more than 10 hours a week doing it, I'd say. And for my non-law subjects, I spend less than 10 hours a week doing it, because I don't need 10 hours to do marketing notes, you know? I don't need it. If you did full-time law and did 4 law subjects, you would be spending, I reckon, like 60 hours a week doing it. Like, imagine 3-4 legal studies. 3-4 legal studies is a lot of work, especially if you do it properly. If you do all your practice exams, practice SACs, notes, whatever. If you do it properly, it takes a lot of time. Imagine that times 4. That's what studying law is like. It leaves you no time, to be honest. Like, whenever I'm studying during uni time and doing assignments, like, I actually have like no time. Like, I'll be out there like working 1 shift a week to like do life, to do uni. It's actually insane. Like, I give myself certain days of the week where I'm like, nope, this time is for me, it's not for uni. Sometimes if it's really hectic, I cross over, but in general, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of time, it's a lot of dedication. There are ways to do it obviously easier, like, you know, if you don't want to watch the whole video that they've given you, I'm sure you can just read the textbook and get similar information, but I prefer to watch the video. Where there's a will, there's a way. There's some people that don't even do the work and they get HDs. So if you're one of those people, then sincerely, go fuck yourself. But if you're not one of those people and you're like me, you will have to spend a lot of time on it. But honestly, if you want it badly enough, then you can do it. There's people of all levels of intelligence doing law, with all different goals, all different marks, all different aspirations. So you shouldn't let the thought of having to work hard stop you from working, you know? In saying that, I think that personally I would do a lot better in my subjects if I had more time, but I don't have more time to offer. Did you enjoy politics and law in school? Did you study every day for it? I've never done a politics subject in my life. The extent of my politics knowledge is whatever we learned in Area Study 1 of Unit 4 in Year 12, legal studies. I did enjoy legal studies, but I enjoyed it because I was good at it, not particularly because I enjoyed the content. I actually prefer the content in law at uni more than I enjoyed legal studies, to be honest. I find it's more interesting, it's more applicable, it applies to my life, and I can use it in everyday knowledge, pretty much. Like, it makes me feel like I'm a more, studying law makes me feel like I'm a more involved and knowledgeable person within our society, pretty much. I feel like I am smarter, and I feel like I'm a better person for knowing the things that are there. And I also feel awesome because I know things that other people don't know, but they really should know, because once you know it, it feels like common sense. Like, I watch the news and I understand the news. It's so cool. What is law like specifically at Deakin? I'm in the midst of transferring there from another uni, and I'm thinking it may not be right, but I really hate the uni I'm at. Personally, I love Deakin. I love everything about Deakin. I'm like the #1 fan. I've got separation anxiety from not being in that law building, but I think that it honestly just depends on you. I'm not sure how other unis do it, except for what I've heard about Monash pretty much. But like, in my opinion, like, it's super chill. No, there isn't like a teacher saying you have to get this mark, otherwise you're gonna fail. Like, they give you the work. You get the same work as everyone else. Like, we've got discussion boards, which I don't know if every uni does, but basically if you have a question, you ask it on there, and everyone has access to the same answers, the same questions. We've got access to the textbook online. The classes are amazing. I wish I had like videos or photos of the classrooms, but it's literally like a school. There's big circle tables, and there's whiteboards, and there's projectors, there's big windows, like there's everything. It's actually stunning. And there's like the cafe. Honestly, like, the only criticism I personally have is that I prefer to have lectures or to have less videos to watch. But that's only because I get really like restless and fidgety, and it just takes me too long to watch the videos and write notes. That's it pretty much. I have no regrets, to be honest. Like, I hated it at first. I was absolutely miserable, but now, like, I love it. You just have to wrap your head around the fact that there's going to be a lot of work regardless. Deakin is very multimodal. Is that the word? Multimodal? I feel like that's the wrong phrase to use. I'm on uni break, my brain's not working, but basically, like, there's on campus, there's online, there's mixed. Like, I've done some subjects where I am enrolled into a class, but I'd just go to the online one because I didn't have time, or like I just wouldn't go to any classes and I'd catch up at the end. So yeah, it's literally all on you. Deakin is so independent. It's literally the opposite of school, but it's like a classroom. That's the best way to describe it. Is it easy to get into law if you don't get the required ATAR? Well, okay, I got the required ATAR. So for me personally, I didn't experience that, and I don't personally know anyone that had to transfer into law. In saying that, in my classes in trimester 2 last year, there were people that had transferred from courses into law. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty standard amongst unis. You just need to maintain like a 70 WAM or so, but don't hold me to that because I'm not 100% sure. I think every uni is different, but as long as you apply yourself and you work hard, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to transfer into law. How do you organize folders and how to schedule and stay on top of everything? Example, calendars. I don't have anything to show you guys because I'm not studying at the moment. Let's get my laptop. Well, at least at Deakin, I start doing my uni work, the content work, a week in advance. So next week is the last week of uni holidays, but I will start doing the uni content the moment that my unit site is available. So then I am 1 week ahead of all my work. What I do in that first week is I go through all of my unit guides, and they say when all my assignments are due. That is available to me the moment that I can access the unit site. And what I do is I go onto my Notion, which is super random because I actually don't use Notion for anything else except for finances. I go on and I kind of set out all my assignments and all the due dates, if that makes sense. So for example, here I put down that I had my torts assignment, problem-based written assignment, due on April 14th, 2022. I color coded it, and then next to it I've like put down my mark and stuff like that. And basically like that kind of just gives me a guide on how many assignments I've left. And I don't know, I just find it to be quite motivating. In terms of setting out what I need to do every single week, I kind of just know. I kind of get like a little sticky note that's like this, and I put it on the corner of my laptop, and I go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and every single day I set out what I want to do. So for example, I'll say that I want to do my videos for contract law. I want to finish 2 videos and 2 sets of notes for contract law. I will do that. That's my goal for the day. And then on the Tuesday, I want to do 1 video and then do another subject, for example. And I set it all out. There's no pressure to finish it each day. Like if I don't finish it, then it's the job for the next day. But by the end of the week, that has to be done, no matter how I get it done. and that just kind of sets me out for the week, and it tells me what I need to do, and it's always in front of me, so I can't forget about it. I'm gonna see if I can get up my unit sites. I went to the gym yesterday and I did arms, and I'm literally so sore. Okay, so basically this is my unit site for tort law. Week 1, what is tort law and damages? There is 5 modules. This one was probably a very short week because it was week 1, but I'll just press what is tort law 1.2. I will scroll down. It's got all this information here, and then it's got this video, and this video is 29 minutes and 16 seconds long, which anything below 30 minutes is a bonus to me. I will watch that video and I will write notes on that video. There is a PowerPoint to go with it. I find that the videos are better than the PowerPoints because they have a bit more information, and they kind of explain the cases instead of you having to go and read the whole case. I'll say to myself, I want to do 1.1, 1.2 on Wednesday, I'll do 1.3, Thursday I'll do 1.4. And then I kind of spread it out throughout the whole week. I don't really tell myself that I'm going to do a whole law subject each day because I will die. I will actually have a mental breakdown. I don't know how people study just law. I couldn't do it. Are you doing a double degree? Yes, I am doing a Bachelor of Law and Commerce. I honestly could not recommend doing a double degree more. It does add extra time. It adds, for example, in my case, it adds 1 or 2 years. But instead of doing random electives, I get to do a whole nother degree, which I personally love, and I find that it actually lightens my study load. Like, so many people always ask and they're like, is it harder to do a double degree? Like, is it more work? Like, no, doing a double degree is less work for me. It is a longer duration. Instead of spending my whole week doing 4 law subjects, which is insane. Like, I genuinely, if anyone does that, like, kudos to you, because I could not do that. And I'm a studious person, I'm a hardworking person. I could not do that. When I do law and commerce, for example, I can do a whole management subject, for example, it was an easy subject, in 1 day. The law subject takes me a whole week. So yeah, I'm the strongest advocate for a double degree ever. I used to think that it would give me more work and that would be harder, and I think that there's a lot of miscommunication and misunderstanding on double degrees and what they actually are, but in most cases I find they expand your knowledge, they expand your future opportunities, they expand your network, they give you more job options, and they lighten your course load. So why wouldn't you want to do it? It sounds like there's no pros except for the fact that it adds a year or 2 to your uni time, which in my opinion is not a tragedy because uni life is honestly epic. Is it as hard / content heavy as everyone says? Yeah, but honestly, like, it's not like the movies where like everyone's like just doing study all the time, or maybe I'm lazy. It's just like, it is a lot of work compared to other courses, but I don't think it's like the end of the world, you know? It just leaves you with no time to do anything. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I'm just kidding myself. How do you do your notes? Handwritten, typed, etc. So basically, when I first started uni, I was like, I'm gonna handwrite all my notes because that's what I did in year 12, and everyone laughed at me, and I also don't blame them because that was like the worst idea I ever had in my life. Like, I genuinely thought that I could handwrite like 50,000 words and not want to die. What I do now is I type up all my notes because I type up my assignments so I can Command F. Further, my exams are online, so I can Command F my notes. So it's very, very convenient, very easy. I kind of actually want to change up my note structure for one of my subjects next trimester. I want to actually just write my notes on the PowerPoint, because essentially what I'm doing is I'm rewriting the PowerPoint anyway. So I want to just like edit the PowerPoint, because I think it will save me time and it will be more efficient and effective. So I'll let you guys know how that goes, keep me accountable. But yeah, I type up all my notes, I color code the cases and the legislation and the titles, so then I can find them easily. I'm doing law and curious what jobs there are that aren't lawyers. Honestly, I have no idea, to be honest, but I feel like, you know, like from everything that I've learned so far, that you can really apply the law in any job, in any situation. Like, honestly, like, I apply so many things that I learned in like misleading conduct and economic torts into my content. Like, it applies so heavily, it's actually insane. So honestly, don't disregard it. Like, there's so many jobs out there that you can get with a law degree that you don't need to be a lawyer for. So yeah. How do you maintain motivation for subjects you don't like? honestly, it's not about motivation. If I had to rely on motivation to finish everything I need to finish, I would get nothing done. Like, simply, I get all my stuff done and all my subjects done because I don't have time not to get them done. And I know myself, and if I don't get them done, then I'm going to be so stressed out and so mad at myself at the end of the trimester when there's exams. So, you know what? Sometimes you just got to suck it up. When you get past the first trimester and you kind of realize that uni goes really fast, like it's like 12 weeks and it goes like this, and then you get like holidays and then 12 weeks and then you get like 6 months of holidays, and like you just kind of realize that it's not that long of a time to be stuck doing a subject you hate. Like in BCE, like you do a subject you hate and you're stuck with it for a whole year or 2 years, whereas for me, I'm stuck with a subject I don't like for 12 weeks. So it's not that tragic. Study routine techniques. How long do you study for each day? Honestly, like I don't go by a day. Like I don't say to myself, I'm gonna study for 3 hours today. Like no, I'm gonna study until I finish everything that I need to do today. So sometimes it takes me 3 hours if I stay off this thing, but usually it will take me like 7 hours. So yeah. What would you do if you weren't studying law / did you ever consider anything else? When I was in year 10 and year 11, I really wanted to do sports science. I was really into PE. It was my favorite subject, and to this day, like out of all the subjects I did in year 12, 11, like in BCA, that was my favorite. So I really wanted to do sports science, and for a while I wanted to be physio, and then marketing, which I'm doing now. Like I'm doing a Bachelor of Law and Commerce, majoring in marketing. Well, hopefully majoring in marketing, but that's the goal. Study tips in general. I feel like I should do like a whole video on study tips and like exam revision tips. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking of doing, so I'll keep that for something else. What's your study routine? I don't have a study routine. I just get my laptop out and I do what I have to do. I'm like not a very structured person like that. How much reading is there? It's not like, I don't like get like a page of paper and have to read the paper. Like I just watch videos pretty much. I don't read the textbook or the cases. And it honestly takes me a while. It takes me several hours a week to do it. It's not like a one-day job for me. It's just part of it. Like it's not a massive deal. It's torture. Like I hate it. Like it makes me honestly miserable and it makes me want to just drop out. But I do it. And it's good to do it. How do you go clubbing while studying law? I feel like it would take away too much time. It doesn't, because if I wasn't going out clubbing, I would be procrastinating at home or going out for dinner or doing something else. So I've just always set aside Saturday nights to myself. The only time I don't really go out on Saturday night is if I'm sick or if I have a lot of assignments. I did take like 2 weekends off, I think, during the trimester when we had a lot of assignments and I didn't go out. But other than that, like it doesn't impact me that much. Like I don't really get hungover, so the Sunday is fine, or I'm working. But I generally try to finish most of my study during the week. I like stay back after classes like on campus, or like I had, for example, on Mondays I really grinded on Mondays and I tried finishing as much as I could, especially my commerce subjects. But I primarily aim to finish most of my work by Friday night, pretty much. Like I hate doing stuff on the weekend. It makes me so mad. Like I'm like, just give me a weekend to do nothing or just to go to work. It doesn't impact me too much because I do, yeah, I try to finish it all during the week, and if I don't, then that's a me problem on Sunday, isn't it? Okay guys, I hope that you found that video to be helpful, that you got some insights. I don't know, I just really hope that that helped you and that wasn't just me chatting shit for like the last like friggin' hour and a half. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to just comment it down below. It's probably easier. I can reply back to you like straight away. I hope I helped you guys out. I hope you have an amazing day and all the best. Good luck. You guys got this. Follow your heart, and you know what's meant for you will work out for you. You got this. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you know when I upload. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day. I love you guys.